If the phone was to ring today, the hierarchy at Tottenham phone you, would you take the Tottenham job?
Gianfranco Zola made us better players. He made us better. It was so good that you don't imagine. We used to say, Gianfranco, thank you.
And he's like, you think I want to be here? You think I want to be? And he starts kicking these boots, giving everyone's like, and he's like, I could be in Spain playing golf. You f***ers in Norwich 4-0. Welcome to Clutch and Iron Football, powered by Betway, the home of proper football chat. I'm Glenn Murray. Alongside me is Ginger Collins, and today we've got a special guest, Gus Poyet.
I can't say the nickname, I'm sorry. Politically correct.
James, call him James.
James. I won't answer you call me James, I've said it before.
It's good.
How are you guys? All good?
Very good. Good to see you. Diego Poyet.
Yeah, long time ago. I played with
Long time ago with my son.
Diego at West Ham.
My player here.
I was going to say.
My top scorer.
A long time ago.
Long time ago, but still top scorer.
Still, first one in management.
True. First goal.
We might as well start in the here and now. We are going to touch on your career, but let's get into what is a hot topic at the moment.
Just a little bit.
Tottenham Hotspur's situation when it comes to, well, I was going to say when it comes to the Premier League, but just when it comes to football.
Danger. That's a word for me. It's dangerous. I was there in the game against Arsenal. You don't imagine that game. Tottenham, Arsenal, Tottenham. I know some people at Chelsea get upset with me, but that's a proper derby. I don't think Chelsea have the derby. Sometimes it's West Ham, sometimes it's Fulham, sometimes... Yeah. No, it become bigger with Tottenham.
Brentford now.
Yeah. Brentford. But reality, Spurs, Arsenal is tremendous. And I was so disappointed. But worry. I was sitting in there watching the game and thinking, they are in trouble.
What was your worry? Was it how they went about the game? Because me as a neutral looking at that game, I didn't see a tackle. I didn't see any fight from that Tottenham.
It's hard for you to be neutral when you're West Ham.
Well, you know what I mean. Watching that, but as in, if you was a manager and you're looking at that, the players they pretty much rolled over, didn't? But they're doing it constantly now, just rolling over them. It'd be anyone who's going to have the manager's job. It'd be a big worry.
Look, for the first 45 minutes, atmosphere was okay because a new coach and because somehow Spurs equalized. As soon as the second goal of Arsenal went in the second half, it was a disaster. And you can feel that it was a problem. Now, we know we were lucky to play at the highest level. That is when you need big characters. And it's not about kicking people only.
No.
But it's making good tackles. Yeah. I know as well. Maybe Glenn was not the kind of tackling or thing, but sometimes but sometimes a tackle.
It's true.
Brings
lift everything.
Yeah. You make a tackle, you turn, you look at your teammates, and they go, wow.
And the stadium.
And the stadium. And it was nothing.
No, especially in this game as well.
And then the atmosphere started dropping, and then the nerves started going bad, and then they couldn't attack. And Arsenal was in total control. And when the third goal went in, I was feeling sorry. You know, when you feel like for the players that they are in there. And then you see the following games. Why do you change a coach? I always say, when they change me, not a Brighton because it's a different story, but a Betis. I was a Betis only for 3-4 months. Why they change me? Because they want to have a reaction. They have a reaction, it's a good decision.
It worked, yeah.
Did they have a reaction? I think it was worse.
Worse.
So when it's worse, it's a problem. But it's a problem for everybody. And I put myself where I'm trying to be now as a coach, and that's the biggest crisis. I defined the other day in another interview, crisis. There is the club crisis, which Tottenham is in because it's 2 years.
Yeah.
It's not like the first time they're in the position. And the second one, the personal crisis, the coach, when you are there. And that nobody knows. You live in it. And it's very difficult to fight relegation. If you care.
You was talking off air as a coach. It must be so hard. You talked about the way you're playing, you're setting your team up right, you're doing everything right, but you can't stop individual errors, can you? As a manager, it must be the most frustrating thing. Like
honestly, the other night in the Champions League, I was watching the other game. I was watching the Newcastle game, and the commentator mentioned it. He went 4-0. I was like, I must have misheard that. No. It's like 20 minutes. I'm like, no way. I've flicked it over. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. When I look at their collective group, they're a talented group,
Yeah.
But which ones of those are going to stand up, put their heads above the parapet, and be a leader for that team? Who's going to pull them out of the situation they're in?
Me, from outside, I think we all have the same names. I will believe. But me, I like to know the characters, Glenn, and you know that. I like to talk to the player. So, for example, I suppose, I don't know, if you go to Tottenham now, your first one-to-one meeting is Romero.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that because of that he's going to play better or worse, or he's going to be... No, but it's to have the feeling from inside, from a world champion, captain of the team. Then you have a better picture. And listen, you know I like to talk, but that meeting, I think, is 99% the player talking.
Yeah.
Then you start seeing the other ones. I want you to sign Palinha when he was young for Bordeaux. He was a young centre midfielder. I will play him every week.
Yeah.
If you're being Gallagher in the situation that you are, I will play him every week.
I agree.
So there is certain players that from outside. Now, you don't know why he's going in. You know that when you're training, the reactions, the problems. We talked before. Sometimes you make I don't know. I don't want to talk about other people. I made a terrible effort in Spain to play a game because I was with a spasm in my back. I done every kind of treatment for 24 hours. I played the game. On the first change, the coach pulled me out. From my side, I went ballistic, Glenn.
Yeah, of course.
I think after everything I done,
to play
you changed me. From the coach point of view, physicality in terms of fitness, you were the worst.
Yeah.
And it was a big risk that you have a problem. Now, my reaction was terrible. But then on Monday, the coach called me and explained me. And he opened my mind. You know, like, wow, maybe I was wrong. And that kind of understanding, I don't know if there is today in football, that you talk to a player and the player understand the other side. And that's what I like. You know, that's me. I mean, okay, Glenn was in the beginning of me, but after 15 years, I separate the player from the professional, the professional from the person. And meaning that if I met a player in the afternoon in town, you know, I'm not the coach anymore. I know that for the player it's natural.
Yeah.
But I like to separate that because I know if the person is good, in a good place, it's going to be easy for me to make him play better, okay? And that kind of separation, sometimes, it doesn't look like it Tottenham is happening. It's just all crazy stuff, and that's difficult.
Yeah. We've spoke about it, haven't we? Even before Igor went in, and we said, like, who's next? What we thought, didn't we? And we felt as though it should have been a Spurs man, somebody that knows the football club, that knows the fan base, that's going to give that an automatic lift, even if he doesn't give the players an automatic lift. And I suppose you'd be on that shortlist. So is that something that you would consider?
I was thinking, to be honest, when it did happen, I thought, and Tano, my assistant, you know him as well, he called me and said, why not us? We played for I was assistant coach at that club.
You know the club?
I know the club. I fought relegation with Sunderland.
You've been in management for a long time.
But then you don't know why. You know, you are not considered. Me, I don't have a problem with not being considered or not being selected. What I try to analyze is the reasons behind the decision. Beginning of the season, it needed to be someone who knows the league. Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
Didn't work. And in the middle of the season, they went completely the opposite. Completely the opposite. Doesn't know the league. And I know Igor Tudor, and I know his character, and I know he got the personality. But, we all need time to adapt to a new place.
Unfortunately, time isn't what it's
Thank you.
Get it. Yeah,
and you don't have it.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. No, you need to be, I don't know the word. It's not luck. You need to be in a position that you connect with the group quickly.
Yeah.
Bang. And your first game gives something that the players say, hello, it happened to me with the Glen.
Yeah.
You know, I took a team that was struggling. We play against the best team in the league that year, Southampton.
Richest team.
Yeah.
And we go away from home. We train 4 days, completely different, I imagine. And we go there and we win. And I'm sure that the players went, naturally, hello, here is something.
It's good, yeah.
When if you lose, you get better, and then you lose again, and you lose. How you convince the players without winning?
From a manager's, coach's point of view, hypothetically, you get the Tottenham job. Is there something you've seen that you would change? I don't think it's training sessions with Tottenham. You're not going to go in and train. The mentality is all wrong.
I think like the players you mentioned.
You need to get them on board straight away.
Yes, I think there is. I will do two things apart from the meetings and things. Is simplify. Very simple. Very simple. Play the players that you think that they got strong character to deal with the situation. Make it very simple in terms of tactics and things, and play the players in the best position so they can do the best they can. Minimum. Then obviously there is basics, as he knows, that I put certain rules in defense, or or we care about the ball. We don't give the ball away cheaply. But there is zones where you can take risks and zones where you cannot take risks. And if you see that there is a little bit of a lack of confidence at the back, okay, now is not the moment to play from the back. And that is a must. It's not like I give you the option.
Yeah.
That is a feeling that you need to have as a coach. Then you see that you start getting confident. Then I love to play. And we train, and we had a training session that in the beginning at Brighton, we used to do it for 20, 25 minutes. And after 2 years, after 3 minutes, I had to stop because it was too easy playing from the back. The understanding of that team. Now, I think you need to simplify. But very simple, the most simple that you can. And give the players that, okay, what you do best? I defend. No, James, I defend. Okay, I give you the chance to defend. Forget about the ball now. Defend.
Yeah.
Common sense to a certain point.
I want to play for you, Gus, after that little chat. Ready to go.
He said about his first game, we were in no matter what. Even if we got beat 5 at Southampton, we were in.
Yeah.
Next fixtures coming up, Liverpool away.
Wow.
Not the Liverpool of old, but capable. Nottingham Forest at home and Sunderland away.
Nottingham Forest at home is a World Cup final.
Just to put a bit more pressure on.
The problem is as well.
And that's before we see what happens this weekend with the others around them.
Yeah, me by experience, the cup of the international competitions, it can work for you either way. Example, the other day, it went completely against the confidence of the team. Sometimes you play Atletico Madrid, you make a good game, you make a good result, and maybe give you something for the weekend, or maybe destroy you. And that's the situation that what I don't like, that mix. And it's a big problem for coaches, especially in the cup when you're in the Premier League. Everybody in the Premier League, all the fans, they want to go to Wembley. But then you fight the relegation, let's say at West Ham, and it's a cup game, and you mix a little bit, and you lose, and you're responsible. But if you win, and then you lose at the weekend, you're going down. So at the end is what I say, until then. At the end, you can say if I made the right decision or not. For example, Sunderland, I mix it. We go to the League Cup final. We lost against Man City. And then in the FA Cup, when I mix it, we lost a bad one against Bradford. But we achieved salvation. We stay up. So the decision on going out of the cup, it was...
To stay up.
Yes. It's difficult, that one. And it's difficult because it's the fans, it's the club, it's the players, and then you making the final decision. And the only good decision if you achieve the objective.
I think if you're a Spurs player looking at that Forest game, you probably want it away, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like the pressure's on, the stadium,
After being
the fans.
there, yes.
Yeah, I was at the Palace game. It wasn't a good atmosphere. I've never seen a Premier League ground so empty with 10 minutes left to play in a fixture. Never. Yeah, it's toxic.
So, Gus, here's one for you. If the phone was to ring today, the hierarchy at Tottenham phone you, would you take the Tottenham job?
Yes.
There you go. Can't get any more definitive than that.
No more to talk because, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think, it's a challenge that I would love. Yeah, it's good for my character. It's what I was looking for, coming back in here, Premier League or Championship. And then it's up to me to find the solution. Nothing to hide. And probably I wouldn't be the biggest responsible whatever it happened, but I'm taking responsibility. I don't care.
So just on top of that, hypothetically again, Spurs go down. Championship?
Me, I go easy. I mean, I was, it's funny because I was a Spurs when all the stadium, all training ground.
Yeah.
And I saw the new training ground and I went a couple of times to the new stadium. And Glenn, wow. Wow.
It is.
Now, that's a thing that we need to make sure that it doesn't happen is a place that get comfortable. We are big. The only thing that defines if you're big is Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
The rest is all extra. But the place where they're training and the place where they're playing is unbelievable. And that you need to embrace that, and you need to, you need to have something that the place they don't take it for granted and they enjoy it, but then 3:00 on Saturday.
Yeah. This is a bit different. Is it too nice in a weird sort of way? I've spoken to the West Ham players going there, and it's lovely. It's similar to West Ham. We felt the away teams were coming to the ground, and they were having a lift.
I like
nice.
coming to West Ham.
Do you know what I mean?
I like
as in Upton Park? Or,
I like the new one.
Record. Yeah.
I like the new one.
I just feel like the away team have a lift. Maybe a Tottenham player's a little bit comfortable. It's all lovely. Do you know what I mean? It's probably a bit of an old school mentality.
It's like a knock-on effect, though, isn't it? Because if one Premier League club's got it, everyone aspires to have it, and then everyone's got beautiful stadium, beautiful training ground. It's like,
I used to say something similar to what you say, James, in the last couple of weeks. I think sometimes from outside, it's too easy to be a Tottenham player. It's too easy. You don't win. Normally, they don't win. You are in the middle of the table. You do a little bit of something in the Champions League. Okay, they go to the final with the Pochettino. Okay, fair enough. But the idea is you go everything, absolutely top class life. You are in London. You got the best training ground, the best stadium, and your responsibility is to be at the top. They are not there, no? So it's like it's a comfortable place to be.
Place to play.
And now it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready for that fight? Oof, it's not for everybody.
Yeah. I'm not sure it is for them.
right, let's move it on to your career, Gus. Grenoble,
Oh,
River Plate,
yes.
most appearances at Zaragoza. Then you started your stint in England, where you now call home. Chelsea, Spurs, and Swindon, with no appearances at Swindon.
Swindon was a
I
nice
love all that list, and we're going to start at Swindon.
it's because it had no appearances.
No, but it's a nice one. We train in the pre-season. We're gonna get close to the end of the transfer window, and we don't have enough players. We're YC.
What is this? Is this
League Two?
Oh, League Two. Okay.
Yeah, and and they say, why you don't register, just in case.
Yeah.
And we say, all right. And we did register ourselves, but then we didn't play.
Did Dennis register as well? No.
Probably, yes.
Really? Because of the number
I'm
of
not 100%
players.
sure, but probably YC pushed me to do it, and I done it. But
I wonder why.
Yeah. No, but wait, it was interesting because it's there. Everybody asked me, did you play for Swindon? No. Yeah, you did. Okay, so it's there.
So like Tano. Tano was always registered.
Tano
wasn't
was.
Did you play with Tano?
No, Tariq no. He went to
no.
West Ham, but played only one game.
Yeah, no.
And he's training with us. And one day we were having a problem with left back. I said, Tano, why you don't register? You play. And we play him in a cup game. And then he played one more game. And then I retired him because after 60 minutes, I got cramp.
Yeah.
And after
is that the night he got sent off?
Well, that was terrible.
His assistant got sent off one night.
Really?
Wait. Because the second yellow, the opposition play quick. They keep playing, and the fourth official is telling the referee, it's a red card, he got 2 yellow, and he has to bring the ball back because he didn't send off Tano. And then retired again, and then 6 months later, I brought him back.
Back again?
Yes, and play a couple of games. He played even against Palace, against Saha, the game at home. It was... No, my career is simple. Grenoble, I was terrible, rubbish. I don't know why. I didn't play well in Grenoble, in France.
8 in 37 suggests otherwise.
Yeah, but I didn't play well. I didn't enjoy nothing. And then I was very lucky to grow up as a midfielder in Zaragoza in Spain, 7 years.
So hold on a second. How did you get to Grenoble?
I was in Uruguay one day. Nice story, that one. They called me from Nice, south of France. And I went there in January to sign.
So you're at home in Uruguay?
I'm at home in Uruguay, playing for my team, River Plate. Not a River Plate in Argentina, River Plate in Uruguay. And I went there, and there were, at that time, only 2 foreigners. And one of the foreigners was leaving, but he was negotiating. And they get to the end of the transfer window, and it doesn't leave. And I'm stuck in Nice. And they called me from Grenoble, and I went there, and I signed there for 4 years. Second division, different side, but I wanted to stay in Europe. I was bad. I cannot blame anyone. I got excuses, the language. I was alone in the middle of nowhere in Grenoble, in the Alps. I was rubbish. And then lucky to go to Zaragoza, and I done my process, and I finished being an important player of that team.
I was looking at your numbers at Zaragoza. 7 years.
Yeah.
You played I think it was over 35 games every season you were there. No injuries, no.
And backed up with goals.
And with obviously goals, yeah.
My first injury is at Chelsea.
Was it?
Unbelievable. 29 years old.
Living in London.
I get a phone from... I get a phone call from England. I had everything in Zaragoza.
Yeah.
My house, my kids born in there, my family, I knew how to play. 7 years, and something inside is saying, "Oh, England, it's perfect for you. It's like the perfect football." And we made the decision come. And after 2 months and a half, boom, crucial ligament.
Is that because it was more physical or not?
Yes. My first game is a Charity Shield official. Wembley, all Wembley, beautiful. All Wembley, the pitch, wow. I cannot get in the game, Glenn. We're going forward, and when I'm going forward, the ball is going that way. And when I'm going back, the ball is
like that.
And really, at halftime, he said to me, "You don't get there, stop." I said, "I'm trying." I'm trying. I cannot get the pace. And then being out for 5 months and a half with a crucial ligament.
That's quick, 5 months and a half. Though.
Yeah.
I had a different operation. They opered me outside, not the typical one.
Oh, okay.
It was a different one. I was very lucky to come back in time. And I learned the game being here, but not playing. Paying attention. I watch every day. I was there. And when I came back, I was ready to play.
He's got 49 goals in 145 appearances for Chelsea.
Not bad, eh?
I thought you were going to say no penalties.
No penalties.
Well, I was,
One. I took one. You know why I took one? I never. It was not my style. We went to Liverpool. We were playing 4-1, last minute penalty, and everybody's upset because we're losing 4-1. At the time that it was 1 minute extra time, not like now 9 or 10. And I got the ball and I said, "I'm taking it. 4-2. You know when you say, Glenn, one more. One more in there."
hold on a second, but I was going to go on to back that up with an even more impressive stat. So your scoring ratio is actually slightly higher than Frank Lampard's.
I didn't know that. Thank you. That's not bad.
Only slightly higher, mine.
It doesn't matter.
It's
still higher. It's
Facts
still
are facts.
He took my number 8.
Here we go.
There we go.
No, I think it was. Listen, I was enjoying that team, and we were talking before going to see that Chelsea of Mourinho with Peter Cech, with John Terry, with Frank Lampard, with Drogba, then Hazard. Wow,
Team.
wow, that was our team was slowly coming. We were a cup team, very strong in cups with my team in Chelsea. But we couldn't win the league.
Some names though. Huh?
I was just looking at the names in your Chelsea team.
I will tell you one thing, James. I don't know if you have this feeling. This was me. I know I'm crazy, but I was in the tunnel at Chelsea. I promise you. I was in the tunnel, the two teams line up. And I look all the time and I think, okay, Petrescu is there. Di Matteo is there. Weiss is there. I'm the fourth midfielder. Is Gianfranco. And I look at the position and say, "You got a problem." I swear.
I bet.
Because the foreign midfield, we felt so confident playing together. And having Gianfranco in front, it was it made me better.
Viali?
Yeah, but Glenn, Gianfranco Zola made us better players. Playing with him, we were better. When he was not playing, we were okay, but he made us better. It was so good that you don't imagine. So that feeling, I never had it in my life. Been in the tunnel thinking,
good luck.
Everywhere, Old Trafford,
Yeah.
With all Alex Ferguson and company, we were saying, yeah, you're going to play. We're going to play here. You got a problem. And that feeling is unique,
It was sort of I had Gianfranco as a manager, and I'll tell a story about it in a minute. When you've got a player that good, he's winning games on his own, Gianfranco?
Look, my best goal, that probably we'll talk later, he had the chance to pass the ball to me 5 times during my run. But he was waiting for the right time and put in front of me. So you need to trust him. You just run.
Yeah.
When you say, I run, the ball is going to come. And he was always available as well.
Yeah.
You play in midfield and you try and you look, always Gianfranco. Top. The best player I play with. And I was lucky to have him 4 years. Every day, the best. Ever. I had a play in Uruguay, Francescoli, top, but I play only a few games with him. With Gianfranco was 4 years. The things that Gianfranco done in training every day. We used to say to Gianfranco, I swear, I say, Gianfranco, thank you. That's it. For today, after what you done, I can go home and say, you made my day. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Gus, this is a true story. I think Mark Noble might have told you. He came to West Ham. He's my manager at West Ham. Lovely man. Great. Got on great with him. He used to train. The first day he came as manager, he trained. Kit on, trained. And I think we had just signed Matty Upson. We just spent a bit of money. Matty Upson, our new centre-half. Rob Green, the goalkeeper. First day he comes in, he rolls our new centre-half, Matty Upson, and chips Rob Green, our new goalkeeper. And everyone was like, what? I don't know what his age was, any mid-40s maybe. And they carried on for a couple of weeks, and we weren't doing great as a team on the pitch. Me and Mark Noble sat in the dressing room and thought about asking Gianfranco to play on a Saturday. Honestly, you ask anyone in that West Ham team at the time, it was.
I can't imagine.
He used to do 10 like the free kicks. You would have seen it when playing with him. When he was manager, he'd do 10 free kicks on the left, 10 in the middle, 10 on the right. With like our free kick takers, he had scored 24 out of 30 free kicks as manager.
When you brought him. I remember we were
training.
We were at Brighton, and like obviously we were at League One.
Yeah.
And we'd watch these guys, so we were like, you play. Yeah. One day, and one day it goes right, 5 of us. Right, we're going to play 5 of us. Me, Tano, Charlie. I bring Gianfranco down. I was like, I was injured. Lads were buzzing for it, like socks up, shin pads on, like buzzing. Gianfranco Zola's coming.
We done a couple of exercises, and it was. You know what? I was worried when we lose the ball. You know, we were 40s. We're thinking, no,
don't give the ball away.
No. But first, you don't give it. But second, because the understanding of the game, how I go to press, the way that Gianfranco will come behind me, and the way he will cover Tano, the angles of without training, it was natural.
Yeah.
So we didn't really. I thought we're gonna suffer, but then no, we didn't.
Bear in mind, everyone was terrified of Tano.
Yes.
Our assistant manager who played the game not long ago and got red card. Like no one spoke to him. Like want no trouble. Tano.
I exactly. Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Let's get on to some of your iconic Chelsea goals. Sunderland volley.
That's the
one.
That's the one you made, isn't it?
Funny. Yes, it's the only one. No, the best I score, with any doubt, and the one that everybody remembers. I'm still people from Chelsea, stopping me in the road and saying, "That Sunderland goal is like the only one I score in my life." But like I said,
talk about the goal, the finish, or Gianfranco's pass more. Do you reckon?
Well, Gianfranco was. I repeat, I come in and then Gianfranco turn and I think, okay, he's going to give it to me and I'm preparing myself to shoot. And I keep running and he keep looking at me and keep running. It's like, he's telling me, keep running. And then he went like,
scoop it
over and he just dropped me. Listen, I didn't train that. It was not a skill I trained. I never tried again. I never tried before. It was only that time that I done that. And because he went in the top corner, everybody remembers.
See, that one, but surely the one in the European Super Cup against Real Madrid, that's unbelievable. I like that one better personally.
That's my favorite one. And I tell you why.
And you catch it.
No, I catch it, but because I was an offensive midfielder and I play, luckily, many finals. I never scored in finals.
Yeah. Wow.
And we are football players and we start getting... with Chelsea, FA Cup, I scored 2 in the semi-final at Wembley against Newcastle. The final, probably Di Matteo. Play in Uruguay, like you score and then in the final, somebody else. And you're thinking, I cannot score in finals. And then, yes, you get in there. So then we go to Monaco, Real Madrid, Champions League winner or Copa Europa at that time. And we are the Cup winners, like the 3rd championship in Europe. And we go there and we go to play proper catenaccio, 2 back and 4, like I'm on the bench. Glenn, the worst day of my life. In the morning, Gianluca Vialli said to me, rest in peace, Gianluca, you're not playing, you started today. It's the worst thing you can say to me the day of the game. I went to the room, I was like...
It's better than the night before.
Well, I said that. And to be honest, my reaction was, give me 20 minutes. Oh, if you give me 20 minutes, I'm going to show the world I needed to play against Real Madrid. And he gave me 25. And I scored the goal and it was...
The feeling.
Man of the match. Car. They used to give you a car. They remember the key. A car. A Nissan car. I'm sitting in there and they call me for the press conference. I need to donate the car. And I'm thinking, then something came in my mind and I donated to Uruguay.
Okay.
Don't tell me why. Then the Prime Minister of Uruguay calling me in my house in Windsor to say thank you because I donated the car. Like a consequence of that goal, which is bad.
Would it cost more to ship the car over to Uruguay than it was for the car?
It was an agreement of splitting in 3 different charities in Uruguay. The money was good.
Don't see that anymore.
You mentioned your teammates. I mean, it's some role of teammates. We haven't really spoken much about Dennis Wise because that's the one that you went into management with, isn't it? Eventually,
proper leader, old-fashioned leader. As soon as I go to Chelsea, I used to check who is the guy here.
Yeah,
when you go to a new club. And it was him from the beginning. Very clever because he understood that the game was changing because he was Wimbledon, eh?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the Wimbledon gang, they call it.
Crazy gang,
Crazy gang. And he understood that football was changing and he started learning very quickly. Also in the way of eating and the way of behaving and plenty of things. And he made great decisions, Glenn. We were, if I don't remember badly, in 15 different nationalities in that Chelsea team. 15, okay? We had a goalkeeper from Holland, another from Russia, and we have from everywhere.
Would you have had more than anyone else in the Premier League then, as far as nationalities are concerned?
Probably, yes, probably. And I tell you what happened. One day, it was a conversation between two players in a different language, and in the middle of the conversation, they say Dennis.
I know what's happening.
And he didn't understand the meaning.
Yeah.
So next morning, meeting, everybody in the room. And then he say, from now on,
Everyone English.
you pass the gate of the training ground, and until you don't leave, you don't speak another language. And listen, he pushed everybody to learn English. It was a great decision. Okay, a little bit shocked in the beginning, but it was a great decision by YC.
Yeah,
Top class decision. Now, then, he knew how to manage the group. He knew how to represent the group. He knew how, to take responsibilities. It's very clear. And when he invited me to be his assistant, for my character, it was perfection. To be first an assistant, to be ready to be a coach. I admire the ones that go from player to managing directly. Me, Brighton, if I arrive there without the experience of Dennis Wise and Juan de Ramos, it would be completely different. Because you are there, James and Glenn, but you don't make decisions. He made decisions. And you see the reaction.
So you're always learning.
Learn. If you pay attention, it's magnificent.
Clutch 9 is powered by our friends at Betway, your home for weekly free bets, free spins, and so much more. So don't miss out. Head to Betway today.
Learning is in, you're on the outside, seeing players' reactions to the manager's decision. Maybe you do it differently if you was to do it.
100%. Yeah. Dennis was honest, but proper honest, to the limit. And Juan de Ramos was avoiding any kind of conflict. So I had the two sides, completely opposite. And another thing sometimes is right or wrong when you meet a player. Like a player who's not happy. Yeah. I had very good meetings with people that they were not happy, that we agree in certain things. I agree, because sometimes you are not right. And I had one or two really bad ones, proper bad ones.
Was one with Glenn?
No, Glenn was playing all the time. He never came to say to me, "Do you want me to say something about Glenn?"
He's got a bit red.
I don't know if no. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember this. It's a nice one. A nice story with Glenn. We went my second year. I convinced the chairman to go on pre-season to Portugal. Okay, to be honest, the team was playing relegation. To go to Portugal for 1 week or 10 days, it was spectacular for us. It was like going to Vegas, and we did a little bit of quick fit. One day in the morning, the fitness coach stretch. I didn't see it. And everybody's like flying. And Glenn goes, taka, tak, taka, tak, taka, tak. So I'm watching him and I'm thinking, I said, Glenn, come on, do it again. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I said, do it again. And he looked at me like, I said, and he goes again. And I cannot believe what he's doing. So I call Adam Elab. We go down to training with 5 bottles of drinking, all the vitamins and all the things, ready to fight with everybody. Strong. And he goes, I said, Glenn, that's quick fit. I think he done it like 20% quicker. But that was
you flat out as well.
That was enough for the rest. You go, come on, Glenn. Okay, go on. That's it.
Brilliant.
But listen, Saturday, 3:00.
Yeah.
It was there. Look, I should start using Glenn a little bit more, because it was not about training. Don't get me wrong. I said one story, and I will say it now. The one it was impressive, the difference that he trained and he played, was Mark Hughes.
Yeah.
Mark Hughes in training, you didn't want him in your team playing a possession game.
Yeah.
You didn't want him in the team and nothing. Saturday, you wanted Mark Hughes in your team. Okay? But he was a game player.
Yeah.
Game player.
I remember once,
Come on, tell me one, because I want to know if I remember.
I remember one. I can't remember where we've been, but we've been beat, and we've been beat bad. And I remember you put Peppa Pig on the bus.
No, yes, no.
Repeat,
It was Tano.
It was Tano.
Great story.
Right.
What, on the way home?
Yeah,
After the game?
and lads are like...
But you remember why?
Yeah, I remember why.
In the way
Yeah.
back home, we always watch this program. Get me out. No, how was all the girls or all the boys that were there, and one was coming from
yeah,
the
they
left.
come. Take me out.
Take
of
me
here.
out.
Yeah.
It was a
Take me out,
typical.
yeah,
Everybody
take me
on the
out,
bus. We were going everywhere by bus.
Yeah.
Brighton
Yeah.
to everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even.
and we play Wolves away.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
And we had a training, a way of playing with 10. Okay, that was very specific. If the opposition go down to 10, we change, we play this way. We train it, they love it. We go there. And we're losing 1-0 and they get a player sent off 42 minutes. So we change the second half and we really battered them. But listen, it was unbelievable the second half. But we drew 3-3. And we are upset, to be honest. Tano the worst. So we got in the bus, Tano, my assistant, get the remote control. And he put the cartoons.
What are the boys saying?
Nothing for 2 hours. Nobody said nothing.
We did.
like
We
this
did.
one.
We did.
Gordo.
We did. So it's when, you remember when we used to have Sky on the bus and it used to be in and out of signal.
Yeah.
So everyone's waiting for it. And then Peppa Pig comes on, everyone's like,
What's going on here?
must be a mistake, yeah. But then it's gone out and come back in, and Peppa Pig's on for like next hour. We're like, what the fuck's going on here? Right. So I think somebody went like,
Gordon Green came and say, can I
Wow.
get the remote control?
why is Peppa Pig on? And apparently Tano turned around and said to him like, you want to play like children? You can watch children's programs.
What an answer. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But then he gave it and they changed it.
Turn over.
But Tano that day was...
Yeah, it was one of them where you knew there's a problem between you and the coaching staff, and it was like, who's going to go
Who's
and ask?
gonna
Go
have
on,
a
go on,
little
go on,
bit?
go on,
Yeah, captain. Send him
Go on.
No, but we spent so much time on the bus. It was unbelievable. Great bus, by the way.
Yeah, it's good
That
bus.
was a good achievement.
Let's take it back to current Chelsea. We get on to Brighton. Current Chelsea. Thoughts on Chelsea team, the way they've gone about their business, because it's different to everyone else. Liam Rosenior, and are you impressed by everything that's happened at your former club?
No, look, me, I follow Chelsea most of the time. I think the fans, from what I feel, they need clarity on the message from the board. I think it's something that is missing in football. You send the message, you're an owner. You are the owner.
Yeah.
You know, if you are the owner of Chelsea, it's your club. It's your money. So you can go and say, listen, this club is going to be la. Because to win trophies, to win the Premier League, we know that you need specific players. It's not the same to win. I know you can see how long it's taking Arsenal to win the league. And it's been buying, and buying. So I think sometimes we get a little bit confused. And when a coach, for me, independently of the tactics, wins a European competition and a World Cup, Cup trophy, to lose the job because of other reasons, this sports science 60 minutes playing and all, I think it put the coach in a weaker position, in a position which is, it put a weak position all the coaches, and especially the coaches coming into the club. Because if the rumors why Maresca leaving because of this misunderstanding with the medical staff, for sure the one is coming, he needs to have an understanding with the medical staff. So as soon as, unfortunately for Liam, as soon as Liam make a change after 55, 60 minutes, and people disagree, they don't complain about the change. They complain about that the medical staff told the coach that they're going to change. And that is there. And it's terrible. Because in reality, if you use common sense, let's make an example that any one of us, we've been injured for a while and we're coming back and we need to play a little bit. And we think, okay, I think the right to play, Glenn, is 60 minutes. I said, well, depends. If we play at home with 70% of possession and you stand in the front, that if we play away, Man City, that we're going to be defending and running. It's not the same 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And apparently from outside, it looks like it's the same 60 minutes. Yeah. And that influences a lot in your decision as a coach. And I don't like it. And I hope that Leah Rosenior can adapt to that, as quick and as best as possible, convincing people the difference between the 60 minutes in one game and another.
So you've seen like a massive difference in this from your playing career to your managing career. Are players allowed to push themselves these days to realise their own capacity?
No.
Players compared to when we were playing, they're like robots. If a physio says to them, "Right, you've got to come off after 60 minutes.
He's convinced that
He's convinced he needs
Yeah.
to come off. Whereas I would have been like, no, I'm all right, I'm sweet.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I play on. But they just, modern day footballers in general, I think, are more,
But
need to be told everything. And they take it for gospel.
like, regardless of medical tip, I'm not sure you're allowed to be pushed to your capacity regularly enough to understand like what you're good at and how far you can push your body, like, because we're all different. Like you've played with lads who can just run and run and run and run. But would that lad coming through now be able to discover that through being held back through numbers, minutes, like load? Do you know what I mean?
I got the perfect answer for Glenn, and I want to see his face. The camera. His face. No, look. I was lucky last year to be in Korea, and I was lucky to win the league and the cup. Okay, in Korea. You know which preseason I done? The same that you done.
Okay.
Do you remember the preseason?
Yeah, I remember the preseason.
You like it?
What was it, Sam?
It was no, it was
Proper.
I remember what it was. It was the
Proper.
800
We were running in the
meters.
morning,
Okay.
doing all the
What was
body strength, and
Yeah.
then in the afternoon football.
Oh,
All fashioned.
Was this pre-season
Mate,
or
this,
all of
this strength is like a 5-minute plank.
You know what? How many points we say today? 95.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Top
all-
scorer.
Are we talking all season or is this pre-season?
No, this is pre-season.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what our pre-season was just on the track. So we
Pre-season
just do a
was-
track. What? How many
I
eights?
done it at
How many
Chelsea.
eights was it?
It was 1,000 meters, and you do after a couple of days 3, then you do 4, then you do 5, you do 6, then you do 7, then you go 6, then you go 5, and in the afternoon, wait, proper. Okay, I don't know your time. My time at Chelsea was 4 minutes. It's a pace, but then in White was 3:26. An animal.
Yeah.
Dennis, okay? And Graham Le saw after, and then behind us, the goalkeepers. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, time. And they done it. And I tell you, I don't know why, but they accepted in a way that we were doing pre-season, and we were even saying, let's take pictures just in case we win the league.
Yeah.
And we won the league. And then we showed them the picture when they were there. And then the next year, okay, he left. But we done similar. And we went in the championship. And coming from League One, we went 10th in the championship. Because we're losing that pushing that you're saying, Glenn. That was pushing to your limits.
And also, you know who's on board with you as well. Because I done a pre-season Tony Pulis, and I don't even think it was about fitness. It was more about testing the individual's capacity for who's in it with him.
Well, because you get stronger mentally. And that's another part that people doesn't realize. Now the difference, and you said it before, Tottenham, to win a game or to lose a game is mental. It's not about quality.
No.
Does Tottenham have a worse squad than Nottingham Forest? No. But mentally, Nottingham Forest coming in a way and Tottenham going another. So the difference in football now, leave the top teams away from the rest, is mental. I think you get stronger mentally when you suffer.
Oh, yeah.
How we suffer when we were young, we were playing in the street and getting upset with your mom because you need to do this. All those things are now they're lost. Because now you go home, you get an iPad and you look for the homeworks in the iPad and click, and see you later.
Chat GPT.
Yes, exactly.
Do you think that's a problem in football, isn't it? I think I've spoken about it before, like the youngsters coming through now. I almost feel like the scholarships compared to the old YTS or whatever, or growing up where you grew up, it was so much harder. Yeah. And it just promoted stronger characters. It's
100%. 100%. I got no doubt.
Right.
And I tell you, because we went to Korea, completely different country, completely different mentality, culture, and we done that pre-season, and for them it was difficult.
Yeah.
And they were looking at us, and they're saying, fitness coach, one leg, please, one leg. No, bang. And then when they finished the season, now I went to visit them. They were doing the pre-season, and they were shocked. They were doing nothing compared to us. Now, if you enjoy it and you are good, okay, it works. But if you start getting worried that last year you had a terrific year suffering, and now you are not, maybe affect you with a little injury, So we're losing that. I think you made a great point. The pushing the players to their limits.
And that's everyone's got a different individual limiter. Like
100%.
lads are good at
But now
different
it's
things.
easy. Now you go everything. Now we go everything. Data is, if you really go into data, you can go crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know if you remember, one of the first data issues that I had as a coach at Brighton, it was the two central defenders, one game, they ran 1,500 more than ever.
Yeah.
Normally it was 9,000 something, and they were in like nearly 11. And I thought the game, we were in control. And I think it can't be wrong. It has to be wrong, the GPS. And we watched the game. 15 corners.
Yeah.
Up, down. Up, down. So don't get crazy with that.
For us.
For us. Analyze the game.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the, spending energy. It's like you went up and down 15 times. It's another,
You're right with the data and that. I think towards the end of my career, I remember seeing someone at the training ground maybe with an iPad going, right, he's trained enough now. And you'd actually...
Yeah, I got that.
You'd have you've had enough.
And
it means
pads used to 3,000 kilometres. You're in. I'm like, pads, I've not broke sweat. Is that in you go? And also towards the end of my career, like medical staffs telling me. So after training, like my job effectively was score goals there. So I needed in my own mind to hit the back of the net over and over again. And if that was that's 100 times, it was 100 times. Like whatever
you wanted.
Do you know what I mean? And I was told, no, too much load for your legs. I was like, how can you expect me to score goals?
You're taking that away. I'd have the raving amp.
Yeah, so I didn't. So I stood my ground there. I was like, listen, if you expect me to score goals at the highest level of football, I need to do this. I was like, this is more important to me than training. I need to be right here to be able to score goals. I'm like, all right.
It's what is taking most away from football is the shooting. Yeah. They don't let shooting anywhere in the world. As soon as they finish the session.
Every day we used to do it.
I don't know.
I used to do it.
Me, like they used to have a way, now everybody does it, but we try to have, the specific day that we do some finishing or some crossing and finishing. And then after the games, we split it and we give it a little bit of time, especially when you train 75 minutes. You can have 10, 15 minutes separating, some people passing, some people finishing, some people shooting, if you have a good infrastructure. But it doesn't happen. I've been watching training everywhere and finish in. Can I have a shot? No, in. And you go, striker, you want to finish.
See, I was at the age where like I didn't care, I knew what I needed.
Yeah.
But as a 22-year-old, if I was in that environment, I'd have been like, I can't.
Yeah, go in.
Yeah. Because I didn't have any kind of power.
And now they've been to be told, you say. So if they've been told in, go in.
Yeah. And they go.
You need to use the data. I use in certain ways to confirm. And I like it because it confirms things. But no, when you have a player in midfield that is always in the same level and he's having a few bad games and you see that he's dropping his efforts and blah, blah, maybe you have a chat with him. Everything all right, at home, blah, blah. You find out all the information to go and say, no, because in the last 3 games, similar games, we drop, and you find out. Because you don't want him to get injured or if he's tired or not sleeping well. Or maybe you got the answer as soon as he tell you, my daughter is being, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, don't worry, just keep training. Blah. But no, now people say, oh, it's dropping out.
No context.
But that's why it's difficult. The new generation is coming with that. They learn that. How you take them away from that without having the experience of having football without data is difficult.
I think got to a point even you'd have a questionnaire before training.
Yeah, but
how do you feel today? Shattered. Every day shattered. But you're playing Saturday. You train flat out every day. You know what I mean? There's
how many would say the opposite? How are you feeling? Great.
Yeah, great. But you're not.
Great.
Well, you're probably right, great, but you're absolutely done, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? But you want to play, you want to train every day.
For sure. Now, also another thing that we improve, I think, or I improve, comparing myself to the start, is the days off. We manage the days off better. International weeks. We used to give you 3 or 4 days. No, we used to. Yeah. But now even an extra, because I think the players, they need to switch off.
Players are more trustworthy.
I was going to say you could trust them.
Because they all go to the gym, Glenn. Everybody goes and trains and runs and does things. So I don't know if you remember Wayne Bridge. We had. You were not there. We had Wayne Bridge. We had it my last year. He would train alone more than with us.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 or 4 days off, he would train more than if we were training. Yeah. So you can trust those players.
Back to your playing career, Gus. How did the move from leaving Chelsea, obviously disappointed to leaving Chelsea, move to Tottenham across London? How did that come about?
It was a big change at Chelsea. We were a very strong, big characters, experienced, not to call them old players. And when Ranieri took the job, he wanted to change that.
But wanted younger bodies in.
And slowly, he started doing certain tactical things to get rid of the most, stronger characters. Dennis Wise. I mean, Dennis Wise played one game away, I think it was at Ipswich. He played in central midfielder, right wing back, left wing back, in the same game. Wisey. Wow. I was on the bench that game, so I know. It was changing the system. It was changing the system during the games. It was really making issues. And slowly, certain players, we found ourselves in the age of having a problem or leaving. And the kind of characters that we put the club first. And we say, listen, I'm leaving. I have 1 more year contract at Chelsea. And I went to the club and I said, listen, if I stay, it's going to be a problem. I know myself. And they kind of accepted, but the only thing they wanted is a famous transfer request. So with the fans, it was not them, it was you.
Really?
So, yeah.
They wanted to tell Chelsea fans that you put in a transfer request?
That was the only condition for me to leave.
Even though you were leaving for the good of the club?
Yeah, but the problem is that, I imagine I say to you, any one of you, James, don't worry, you're going to play more than what you think. Sorry, I think I'm going to play.
I think I play every game.
Thank you. There is no more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but come on, you're not going to play every game. Why not? I'm playing every game.
Yeah.
I scored 49 in 145. Why not? So it was like that. And if you look at that, slowly they went, okay? All the strong characters were leaving. And sooner or later, people had a problem over there. And me in particular, because I was translating Ranieri, it was even worse because you start feeling part of the staff and not football player. And then I said it and I repeated, and I'm sorry. I was a little bit naive when I went to Spurs because Chelsea is Spurs. And I was naive and I recognized easily. Because for me, Spurs was not my biggest rival. I'm sorry. When I was at Chelsea, my biggest rival were Man United and Arsenal. They were winning the league. And I went to win the league. Spurs was not in that competition. Then the day after I signed, I realized there was a problem. So I was naive. But everybody told me, stay in London, don't move, your family. And I had 3 magnificent years at Spurs. My first year at Spurs is quite decent, for a 33 years old.
Were the fans all right with you? Were the Spurs fans all right with you?
The fans very quick because I started scoring and I started giving everything and going crazy. I think after that goal I scored in the Arsenal derby in the last minute to equalize 1-1. That was it. That was it. You're part of Spurs forever. And then I realized when I was 36, we changed the manager. Glenn Hoddle left, and I felt that I was ready to retire. With all respect, I was watching the game, and I think if I'm not playing, I cannot blame always the coach.
Yeah,
there is something is not right, and I decided to retire around February. I was 36 already. So
just had that sort of moment everyone talks about. You thought, right, I'm done here.
Well, the team is not doing well. The players that are playing ahead of me, they didn't have a massive career, and I was thinking, it's me. It's me. And why
that's hard to come by, that realisation, isn't it?
As
someone that's always backed yourself for any, not just you, for any professional footballer, you've always backed yourself to go on and succeed. So to have that realisation is difficult.
Yes, and Glenn, I started doing things that they were out of frustration, and you realize. And luckily, there was people that they were telling me. For example, we were going slowly down in the table, my last year at Spurs, and I didn't want to finish badly. In my mind, I said, I'm finishing my career in the Premier League. And when I saw that the team was getting younger and weak in training, I started proper, James, proper to a point that maybe, I'm sure, a few times I was a little bit too much.
As in the way you were training, aggressive maybe,
aggressive, very aggressive.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was trying, and every now and then when somebody complained, I would have a word and say, you going down? I'm not going down. Proper. And people would be, oh, this guy is crazy. I'm not going down. And then you go home and you think, maybe it was too much. But you know what? We didn't go down.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I don't care about the rest. I finished my career there at the high in the Premier League. See you later. But yes, it wasn't me. I was competitive, but I will never kick a teammate in training. No. But I was not trying to injure anyone. But I was, you know what I mean, when you're hard.
Yeah.
When it's a 50-50, it's a 50-50. When you're in the opposite team and the first 11 is there and we're playing a little bit tactics, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to play Saturday, 20 minutes. And I was a little bit, yes. Let's say I was trying to make the team react in my way, right or wrong. And at the end, because we got safe, I'm thinking, okay, I was not bad, I was not right. I make an example, and he had it. I like in training sessions to be competitive. And when we signed Gordon Greer, I don't know if you know Gordon, Gordon a character. He will maintain the craziness in training because of his character. Yeah. We didn't need to say a word because if it was a goal considered, he will kick the post and he will make everybody. And I was like, oof, I love this.
Yeah.
Players. So that's also something that is missing in football. A character.
Gone.
They don't let you be a character.
Yeah.
They don't want you. And I'm not saying, extreme one, but a good character. Because on top of that, he was a top football player.
Yeah.
Gordon was an exceptional football player. But I had that character that we start a session and it's a small game and somebody doesn't mark someone and he will go ballistic. But ballistic.
But he'll bring the whole level around him.
Yeah,
100%.
and that you didn't have to step in then, did you? Because he held everyone
That's the best
accountable.
part. For a coach, it's the best part.
Yeah.
You stay out, you say, he's doing it for me.
Yeah.
So you are not the bad guy.
Yeah,
the coach again. So that is missing football. It's missing a lot. And when I have that kind of character, I like him in my team. I even asked to bring him. And people say to you, really? You want him? Yes, I want him. Because it's a big miss at the moment.
There's some big names in that squad though at Spurs. Terry Sheringham, Robbie Keane, Jamie Redknapp, Ledley King. We had him on last week.
Ledley.
Yeah.
Oh, what a player, Ledley. Yeah. My first year at Spurs is full of characters. Le Ferdinand, Teddy Sheringham, Tim Sherwood,
Big name.
Darren Anderton, Tano. Tano was there. Man. Yeah. And that's why we had a decent season.
Barmby? Was Barmby about that?
No, he left the year before. And then the second year, Ferdinand left. Little issue there. Tim Sherwood left. And then we started losing that kind of, which in the system, okay, we managed my second year. And third year, everybody left. And we were like too young, and it was no system, no nothing. You know when you're feeling, oof, I don't like this. And you're there, you're part, and you're playing. But I had 3 great years. Yeah, I learned a lot as well as Spurs, a lot because I think when you're in a different situation that you're competing at Chelsea for 4 years to win titles and to be playing Champions League football and European football, and then you are in a tricky one in between. Then you start learning that it's another world, and you need to deal with that, and it's not easy. It's not for everyone.
So you play in a North London derby.
Yeah.
Kissing the badge. The Tottenham badge?
No, me no. I say no, and it's not a thing that I will take. I think it's a natural action, especially when you score a big goal. I learned from I was very little that you don't lose derbies. You win derbies, but the worst is a draw. And we were losing at home against Arsenal, and the last action, the last kick of the game, Sergi Rebro crossed from the right, and I kind of volley. I caught the ball well. But the keeper made a mistake, okay? And he went in. You don't care. Okay. And I started running. But running, I mean, White Lane when, imagine, it was... And I get my shirt, and I put it down, and then I kind of put it over my head, and it was like people think that I kissed the budget. I don't really care. Me, what I remember is, a few weeks later, I will play against Chelsea in the semi-final. I had a strange reception at Stamford Bridge. 50-50. It was like...
Is that because of transfer requests?
Yeah, or because I went to Tottenham, but it was 50-50. And then we play at home. And I remember at home because it one of the most important days me as a kind of leader, I can say. We had a psychologist. And at that time, Tottenham was like 20-something games without beating Chelsea. Imagine, Glenn, you are in one side. You don't lose against them. And then next day you are in the opposite side. And in that meeting before the game, the psychologist was asking everybody how every player was feeling at that moment. Me, I never had that, okay, in my life. I never had a psychologist, so it was a first experience, and I respect him a lot. John, he was a top man. And the first 2 or 3, the players, they said like, ready? Yes, that's my reaction. So if I don't remember wrong, because I'm getting old, I went ballistic. I went crazy, and I started, shouting everybody and kind of canceled the meeting. Like saying, "Let's have a fight in the tunnel. Let's kill someone." Like we cannot beat them for 20-something games, and you're talking about ready?
Yeah.
And we beat them 5-1.
Wow.
And we went to the final. They changed me with 4 minutes to go. And when I go out all the way lane, the benches, they are very close. And I can see the face of Ranieri. And I love it. That was my moment. And I jumped. When you score a goal that you jump and you go like that? Coming out of the situation. But it was direct.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Chelsea. It was personal.
Straight to him.
Okay? It was, I can play. You didn't. I'm playing more than what you think. I should
Can't
say.
be anything more satisfying than that, though.
Yeah.
And that was my celebration that it looks bad against Chelsea, but I think that Chelsea people need to understand that when you are a player that he done so well for the club and somebody's coming and now you are out because of him. And then you need to play against him. And they don't want you to play really. They don't want you to do nothing. Okay, hello. I mean, I'm playing. I'm not playing against Chelsea now. I'm playing for Spurs and against him. And that celebration was out of order.
You haven't got any bad feeling against Chelsea, though, have you? Just completely personal with Ranieri. Yeah.
I love Chelsea. I always say this, and people doesn't understand. You get closer to the club when you win things.
Yeah.
It's simple. And I won proper trophy. I had massive celebration with Chelsea, massive. And that you cannot take it away. Unfortunately, I didn't with the Spurs when I was a player because we played the final and we lost. And then, incredibly, when I'm an assistant manager, we win a trophy against Chelsea. I'm assistant manager. I'm sitting there on the bench, you don't know what to do, Glenn. Should I celebrate? No. What do I do? But that's the situation you cannot control.
Right, well, we'll leave your playing career there. We don't need to touch on Swindon too much, do we?
Leave it there.
Leave it there.
Clutch 9 is powered by our friends at Betway, your home for weekly free bets, free spins, and so much more. So don't miss out. Head to Betway today.
Assistant under Dennis, obviously, and at Spurs as well. And then you went out on your own, and I was in that first squad you took, Brighton.
Call me someone around March, the same year, previous season. Brighton is in a bad situation. They're probably going down. I had a bad feeling. I say no. Russell late to the shop. You go safe. I thinking I'm gonna have something in the summer. I don't get a club. And around November, they call me again, Brighton, and I thought, okay, now I have time. And I took the challenge.
How old were you, Gus? Sorry, when you took the...
I was, that's 2008, so I'm 41, I think.
It was, I remember it was a big appointment, big name at that level. And I think the way you changed it was a bit like Roberto Martinez at Swansea. Like, we played proper football. We were like the only team in the division that played it. And I would go as far as saying that you were the first Brighton manager to put them on the path to where they are now.
Oh, thank you, Glenn. I think I try to say that. Me, when it hurts me the most is that they try to erase me from Brighton because of certain people, and I think it's unfair because I was 4 years. It was my best job. When you're in a club 4 years, you can do the lot. I had a process. I grow as a coach. Nobody knows where we were training, Erlen.
I can imagine.
You can't.
Was this it wouldn't have been the Withdean back then?
We're
When
at
you
the
first came in?
We're at the Withdean, and our training facilities is in like shared university campus where we couldn't even fit in one changing room. Like, there was 3 changing rooms for lads,
my office,
which is a nightmare. Because it causes fractions.
Yeah,
like lads go like pals.
And
then the food in the canteen was like, oh.
So
but it brought us together, huh? It brought us together.
Did you know this, boss, before you signed Fulham?
No.
Like, you didn't see the training ground, nothing, or would it affected your decision to take the job?
No, but you knew they were going to
the problem was, Glenn, that I knew, I promise you, I'm not going to get a Premiership club. I knew. But after being assistant of Dennis and Juan de Ramos and being at the Premier League, I was quite confident, to be honest. Maybe I was wrong. I'm going to get a championship club. And then time got past, and you don't.
Okay.
Now, you have a decision to make. Do I want to coach? I need to go down. And we took it. And I took Tano, nobody else. And we went to Brighton, 2 people. And we go to that team. And in a week's time, we were playing Southampton away. Okay? And then we started growing up. And I started knowing them. And then they started embracing it. Because there is a process. Okay? There is a process from 4-4-2 to then the January transfer window. We brought Calderon and Marcos Painter. And we started playing a little bit more with the full backs. And then
you brought Brick from Chelsea.
we were 4-3-3. And then there is a process, okay? Now, there is key moments, that what I say to you on the mental side. And I'm going to tell you one that he will remember, for sure. I get to the job, and after 2 months, I've been for 3 weeks trying to convince the owner of the club to wash the training kit. Because they needed to take the training kit home every day. Yes or no?
I can't.
You remember the bag? You remember the bag with the underneath the hard thing to put the boots?
Yeah, that's right.
And I convinced him. He asked me, is that really important? I said, listen, it's like you are amateur or you are professional, more or less. And then one day he said, from next week, we watch the thing. And I went down to the dressing room and I told them. And it was the biggest celebration ever. Like they were
the league. Yeah.
Wait. I'm not going to say names, but a few. The wife, they sent me chocolate bars, some presents, because they were not washing
the kit every day.
Okay? Now, slowly. Then, we're coming back from Yeovil, first season, the guy is driving, and the front window is getting steam, and he's driving like that, I'm cleaning them, and I'm thinking, we're going to crash in here. So I got upset with the bus company, and I called the bus company, because they allowed me to be a manager. And I had a deal with the bus company. And the following year, we had a bus. I mean, it was like having a 2,000 car to a 100,000 pounds car. And they love it. They start enjoying traveling.
But then, that's standards of Saturday. What the best to get the result on a Saturday?
And then we started winning. And then the chairman started thinking, okay, this is working. And then we started eating at you left. Amex, you left.
Oh, yeah.
We started eating at the Amex. Training. Same rubbish, but...
same place, okay.
And we were across, eating at the Amex, eating properly. And the place, they started taking the food home. So there were steps, and the time was growing. And we started building the training ground. I participated a little bit in the setup, but I got sacked before that. And so it was a great, perfect, step-by-step process. And the team kept playing and playing. And the players that were coming, they were specific. Because we signed Bruno. Okay, we had Calderon, that it was giving us the law, but then Bruno took us to another level. And we had Marcos Painter, and with respect to them, and then we go Wayne Bridge. And you were like, every player was coming, it was a little bit better. So, and people wanted to come. That's another thing that I don't think before you had that feeling. They love to come.
I remember one night we went, so it started off well, and it was going well, and we went to Norwich one night, and I think we got back. I think it was 4-0.
4-0.
And we were poor. And this is the first time I've seen him go. He went.
I can see it in there.
The season we won the league. Yeah.
All those boot skip. Yeah. And he's like, "You think I fucking want to be here? You think I fucking want to be?" And he starts kicking this boot skip, and everyone's like, and he's like, "I could be fucking in Spain playing golf. Fucking you fuckers in fucking Norwich 4 fucking 0."
I could see it. I could see the head loss.
We got destroyed. You know when you think, oh, this is going to be hard. Second season with Glenn, we were doing very well. We're top of the league. And somebody told me, we got a problem in March. I said, what's the problem? We got 8 games in March.
Oh, that's right.
If we get past March first, we got a chance. We won the 8 games.
1-8.
In a row. See you later. Done. Thank you. That was it. And he scored a goal that he won't remember because it was a rubbish goal. But Dagenham
he probably
That's
will.
Not true. That's not true. That was a good goal that night. He knows as well.
Terrible game. Horrible pitch. Horrible. And then somehow we went like that. Boom. 1 minute. I don't know. You know when you don't know how. Champions. That was a night of champions. But good times.
Do you think, you probably know as well, do you think the people of Brighton, the Brighton fans, credit you with maybe the start of where the club is now?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the one from within, yes.
Yeah.
The one from the bottom,
Yeah.
yes. I don't know the new ones, the Amex, but the one from the bottom, yes. Yeah, because I know. I done one podcast to Brighton
How
from that
long?
time
How
to now.
you had a year, 2 years in the Amex, 1 year in the Amex,
Two.
2.
The two, yeah. We finished 10th and we finished 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, we were growing like spectacular.
But like from where you joined, like kind of bottom half of
20th.
League One,
Yeah.
and to take us out of League One into a new stadium and on the cusp of the Premier League, like that's the start. That is the start.
Within 8,000, we go in one summer from 8,000 to 21,000 at the Amex.
Incredible.
Wait, and they had to fill the corners for the second year because we had like nearly 30. Like that. Imagine the revenue, imagine the everything. Even the train station, they had to change it because there was no way to get in and out and the parkings and the things. So, yeah, big change.
Going from the good times at Brighton.
Yeah.
When you leave, when you get sacked, is it
Wow.
live on telly?
Yeah, it was live on telly.
As in, sorry, I've interrupted you
No.
there. They told you or you had known and then you're straight on for an interview?
No, the truth, and I'll make it as short as possible. When we finished the 4th season, I had 3-year contract still. And I knew that the club wanted to go in a different direction. And
Feeling or you just
I knew.
could tell?
And I talked to the chairman in a meeting and I explained, and he didn't want me to leave. I had a price, I was an asset, and they want you to take the money. So I stayed. I remember after the meeting, because this is the key point that they don't know. That's what I said to you, it's difficult me to put in your place with your mind. I went down at the Amex, I jumped in the car with Tano is driving, and I'm talking to Derek Allen, the secretary, started making a pre-season friendly against Damian Rebrich because we signed Vincent, a French guy. He played midfield, and we had to arrange a pre-season game. So I started preparing pre-season. I was staying. And then a week later, I got suspended. A few accusations. They were trying to negotiate my exit. From their point of view, this is true. I needed to pay them.
Wow.
I never see that. So you're getting sacked, but you need to pay them. From my point of view, I didn't want anything. I said, I don't want my contract. I think the club thought I had another option. I didn't. And I was telling, I don't. So then we started negotiating the end of the contract. Disciplinary hearing, LMA, outstanding. League Managers Association, absolutely outstanding. Okay, I will always be grateful for that couple of days at the disciplinary hearing. So then when I left that, the chairman wanted to talk to me, Tony Bloom, and I went to meet him in London before going to Manchester to do this television program. And he asked me, okay, if you go to a Premiership club, you need to pay me that. And I was saying to chairman, please, I don't want to fight with you. We had 4 great years. The problem is not us, and you know. The problem is somebody else. Come on, let's shake hands. No. So I said, okay, sorry, I'm not negotiating with you. My lawyer keep negotiating. I took the train, I went up. Lawyer called me 7:20. I said, keep negotiating. Off, telephone off, into the program, 7:30. Pre-game conference. It was in Brazil. We was first half, we comment the game. Well, we go live, 8 o'clock. And okay, I stand up, I take my jacket, I ask for a cup of tea. And at that moment, the presenter goes like that. And he looked at me and said, you just got sacked. We were not live at that time. I said, what do you mean? Yeah, they told me that you got sacked. So I stopped the girl and said, can you give me the statement? So she came back with the tea and the statement saying blah, 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 blah. It was 7:45. So I was live when they put the statement, but we didn't know. So the BBC told me, you know that halftime we are not going to talk about the game, do you? I said, you lucky, like. And I said, I asked to get out of the studio because I couldn't get the signal on my phone. Yeah. I called the lawyer, and the lawyer told me, look, just before 7:45, they push it really hard. I thought they were, trying to be too strong. I said, no. And then 2 minutes later, they sack you.
That is brutal, isn't it?
Big mistake.
Yeah, especially after what you had done for the club.
And then they were thinking that I will take them to court. If I told you in your face that you wanted to go in one direction different to us, why are you going to take you to court after? It's no meaning. And it's been proven that I didn't have a team.
Yeah.
It's been proven that I didn't take them to court. I just accepted the sacking. And then end of September or something like that, I went to Sunderland. Sad, really. It shouldn't happen.
Has it left a bit of a bitter taste though?
Me, I'm still thinking that my best by far relationship with the chairman and owner is Tony Bloom. Me.
Yeah.
And him. And I think that him with me together, we were too good.
Good.
The rest, different opinions. I don't want to get involved in it.
Go on then, take us on to Sunderland. Premier obviously stepped up.
Yes,
levels.
I couldn't say no, Glenn. And listen, I watched the game, 7 games, 1 point. 7 games, 1 point. I watched the games and I was like, phew. But I couldn't say no. It was my time. My time.
Was it easy to go in after Paulo because Paulo has got a certain management style?
Yes. And there were, I don't remember too many, but there were plenty of stories about Paulo. The situation was, it was a big squad, 28, 29, and it was not a clear started 11. That was the most difficult for me. You know, sometimes you go to a club and you say, Bordeaux. I went to Bordeaux and it was bam, 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 bam.
Knew the team, yeah.
And here it was like, so we work in the international week and it was tough. Also because, and this is the worst for a coach, I don't know if you're going to go into coaching, but I don't recommend it, but things that we were doing at Brighton in training, that they were outstanding in training, in certain exercises. We couldn't achieve the same level in the Premier League. So it was a little bit of, listen, in an unbelievable pitch. The training ground is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay? And so that is when you get a little bit of a personal difficult situation. Nobody knows. You only know because you're training and we go into my office and my assistant Tano is telling me, we cannot get the ball. We cannot pass the ball. We cannot make an angle. We cannot, and you're thinking, okay, if we go from here to here, they should be able to do it. But it was blocked. The team was blocked. It was confusion. It was many things. But it was probably the most important job I had. The repercussion of the Premier League is, boys, you don't imagine. No. As a coach, you are one of 20. The whole world wants to be there.
Yeah.
And you are one of those 20. So whatever you do for good or bad is everywhere in the world. And I mean everywhere in the world.
Yeah, go on, because you literally have been everywhere in the world after, haven't you?
Yeah.
Athens, Raw Betis, Shanghai, Bordeaux, Greece. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, Korea. Is the Premier League just...
Yes, it's the best. The best in everything. The best in every single game is full. The relation with the fans is close there. The repercussions. I won my 5th game, Sunderland, with beat Man City, champions that year. Okay, 1-0 somehow. And because we were playing in the cup in the midweek, I gave him 2 days off, Sunday and Monday. And it was the first time after being there for a month and a half that I came down to London. And I remember jumping in my car with my wife and 2 friends that they came to the game. And I put the phone here between my legs and I drove all the way. We talked. I never touched the phone. When I go home, I had like 80, 90 texts from everywhere in the world. Everybody watched the game. I mean, I'm telling you because I done the coaching course with the guy. He was living in Hawaii. And he texts me, Gussie, unbelievable. I watched the game. I was so nervous at the end. They were playing the game with us.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And that never happened with all respect to Brighton, when I was at Ajax, when I was at Bordeaux. Never, ever.
As Sunderland manager, time we at Derby.
Yes.
3 games, 3 wins. That must have gone down well.
It's 2 things you need to do. That's what they asked me. 2 things. Stay up.
Beat Newcastle.
Beat Newcastle. That was my objective.
Easy.
Completed.
What's funny? It's difficult to know which one was most important.
Did you win 5 at Newcastle?
No, 3.
3.
But wait.
3-0. Like
My first game, I lost against Swansea. Okay, the 8th game of the season. My first game, we lost 4-0. So we are 1 point from from a game, from 24 points, and we play Newcastle at home, derby. And we are 1-0, and we are playing very well, and they score 1-1, and the whole place goes, ooh, and then Borini, 2-1. So super massive, incredible, important. I mean, top. Okay, that was probably the key of my staying at Sunderland. But then in January, we go to St. James's and we beat them 3-0. And that the feeling was, I mean, on top of that, we play unbelievable.
Yeah, you played. I remember watching that game.
So
well that game.
I think it was the first game of Liam. And you're thinking, wow. And then the following year, that we are so, we go there, rubbish game, last minute break,
another one.
1-0. So you're thinking, that's it. Okay, there is no better. So I don't know which one is better, but they got different importances because it was the momentums. But it's big, eh? That game is big. You need to be there to be big. And the meaning to the local people. Whoa!
Which one's bigger, North London or Tyne-Wear?
Oof, it's a tough one. I think the problem with North London is like the teams they are always higher.
Yeah.
But for them,
The passion
up there.
I mean, and it's so difficult, so different. You are in Sunderland, and it's a kind of city that is calm, it's calm, it's dark, it's day game, explode. 20 minutes, you go to Newcastle, it's completely different. It's people, it's noise, it's lights, it's like, they are so different, so close. And rivalry, let's call it. No hate, but rivalry is tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. But yeah, I like it. I mean, for me, those are the best games to be in charge if you win.
Which other country that you've been to stood out for you?
Look, Greece, they got something similar to South Americans in terms of the passion, the craziness. So I got used there. My time at the national team is very good. I enjoy it, and I think, Glenn, you can corroborate this. I think it goes well, the international with my character as well, because it's 10 days full
on.
and then you're out.
Yeah.
And remember that in a club, and that's what I say to people that doesn't know, in a club, you as a main coach, was a manager, especially like I was at Brighton, every day is a problem. And I mean every day.
Yeah. 24 hours a day as well, eh?
Don't stop. I try after LMA, a couple of sessions that we got together, to have that day off. The LMA convinced every single manager, take a day off a week, and I mean off.
Yeah.
What you like? I don't know. Racing. Go to racing, forget that. Let the phone away. Golf, go and play golf. Reading. Phone away, emails, nothing. I can't.
Impossible.
It's impossible. But the recommendation is great, but it's impossible. And at Sunderland, it took 5 years of my life, for sure. It was tremendous. Because we were down.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We didn't go down, so it was tremendous. Yeah.
What would we spoke about Tottenham and obviously being ex-West Ham player. Can you remember anything in particular what kept you up that year? Good players, good obviously results.
First, a little word from Roberto Martinez.
Yeah.
Before the run of games that we won, we played Everton at home. We played okay, and we lost 1-0 at home with an own goal. So that was the kind of game that you say, that's it. We cannot stay up. And Roberto came to have a drink after. Something I miss, by the way. It doesn't happen everywhere in the world.
No, I bet.
And I like that. Have a drink with the coach, the opposite coach all the time. And he told me, guys, don't stop. Because there is some teams that at the end of the season, they drop a little bit, especially if they don't play for anything. I say, yeah, but the problem is us. Don't stop. Believe me. I had it with Wigan, he told me, and you will be surprised. I said, okay. Now, next we were playing Man City away, and after 2 minutes, we're losing 1-0. I thought, okay, here we go. And we drew 2-2. And then we went to Stamford Bridge. Mourinho, unbeaten in the league, 77 games at home. And we won 1-2.
Wow,
I don't know how. And then we beat Cardiff at home. And then we went to Man U, I think 40 years without winning at Old Trafford, and we beat them 1-0. And you think, we couldn't win a game.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Momentum.
Now, momentum, the team got
Confidence.
together. You know when the team gets together somehow? And the three lone players, they give us something that I cannot explain. And that's the biggest disappointment with the club, me, the second year, that we couldn't sign those three players. Marcos Alonso, Key, the Korean, and Borini. Borini came later, but bad decision. When you have a player that has been there, help you so much, love it, want to come, sign him. Especially in the Premier League, it's not money issues, no? Yeah. And there were no expensive players. But
So Gus, if you went back in now would you rather go into club management or international management?
Oof, good question. But I think if I go back to when I started with you in Brighton, probably club, because I didn't know about international. I think the difference for me, as a me personality, the difference between the two is in a club, I can go and really try hard to achieve a way of playing, and through that way of playing, winning games.
Yeah.
What I love international is that I pick the players. They don't give it to you. I pick the players. And it doesn't matter where you play, what's your name. I don't care. If you have the right characteristic, you're coming with me. And that's a big plus. And I tell you, because I had a Greece 2 years, magnificent, and also give you the opportunity to analyze the game in a different way. But it's not easy, international, you know. Also, the problem with international, and somebody told me one day, make sure you don't lose your last game in November, because your next game is in March.
Yeah.
And you're 4 months dead. So, but I like international. It goes with my character. But the playing style,
Yeah.
and a little bit what we had today with Glenn, you know, because we didn't see each other for 10 years.
No.
When you see somebody and you have that kind of happening moments, is the best you can have as a coach. You know, the rest is, you know, individual. But having that relationship with the players, and when you meet someone and you start remember things you've done together on the bus, on the training ground, in your first game. Yeah. But that's the best, because that means that you can win or lose, but it was something there.
Yeah.
And I had that everywhere except in Betis. So, you know, 9 from 10 is not bad. And that's the best part.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, Gus.
Thank you, sir.
Gus. Loved it. Thank you.
That was Clutch 9 Football, powered by Betway. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe.